Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends, and glad you could attend. Come inside, Movie Maniacs, as we take a look at Ramekin. Yes, a movie that was written and directed by Cody Clark, who has also did a number of other things on the film. Now, Cody gives us the story of Emily, who is a college girl who, her roommate and that is just not working out. Well, she ends up taking over the apartment of her deceased grandmother, but she realizes that there's a price to pay for this great place that she has now acquired, and that is she can't leave. She's held hostage by a porcelain dish, also called a ramekin, and this dish not only will not allow her to leave, but also starts changing her personality, and we see how this affects her relationship with her friends as well as with herself in this family-friendly, yet a little bit dark horror comedy. I really enjoyed the concept of this film. I thought it was very cute, for lack of a better term, and very family friendly in the fact that you have this dish who just will not let the person leave the apartment. Very creepy, and I think Cody Clark does an excellent job of giving personality to this dish by doing basically simply old school stuff of having the dish slightly move or, show up where the actors are holding it against them, and there's a lot of effective techniques, old school techniques that are used by Cody Clark in here, and I appreciated that very much. You felt the threat from this porcelain dish. Now, Emily is played by Jamie Saunders, and I thought she did fantastic in here. Really enjoyed her performance in here as she switched with her personalities due to the effects of the ramekin, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that approach and how she handled that. It was very believable. There does have a small cast in here as well. Adriano La Roca shows up here as Mark, and I liked his character, not just because his name shares the same as mine. No, I thought he did a decent performance, and Renee Adrian Vito does well here as Jane, but really it is the one-woman show with Jamie Saunders as Emily. Now, the only thing that I'm going to say with this film is that I wish it kind of was a little bit shorter. There is some repetition in this film and a little bit of pacing that slowed things down a little bit too much for me. I think if it would have been tightened up just a little bit and trimmed just a little bit, it would have been a lot more engrossing for me. But there were parts where I started to kind of lose just a little bit of interest because it felt a little too repetitious. It has some definitely dark moments, and though it does say it is a family-friendly horror film, I would say not too young to watch this film, but yeah, if you got preteens and teens, I think they'll appreciate this quite a bit, and it is safe for them. The ending I thought was really interesting. I did not expect him to go that route, and it will leave a couple of questions at the end, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, as I've said on other films. There's not a bad thing when there's some questions, because it'll make you watch it again to see if you could tell, any signs or hints of the actual ending if they showed up ahead of time. So there you have it, folks. Ramekin. I think it's worth a watch. It's going to be on Amazon very soon, so look for it there. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to hear your thoughts on independent cinema out there and any films you might want to see reviewed on the show. I thank you for your support, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.